Okay, guys, I want you guys to get acquainted with the Hello Neighbor lore just because I'm going to be doing a reaction video on Ravenbrook. If you guys didn't know, that's an official Hello Neighbor series. I'm not sure if it's like follows official lore or if it is official lore or what. But yeah, I can't wait to like do a video on it. And I want you guys to know that I've never played the game, never watched anyone play the game. And the only thing that I know about Hello Neighbor is that I watched like a whole lore review video. And I believe that there's only like 4 official lore videos because you know they have a whole bunch of games that don't relate to the actual storyline.
Overcoming childhood trauma can take years, but we all have to deal with it somehow. Nicholas Michael Roth moved to Ravenbrooks, Missouri with his family in 1995 and soon made friends with his neighbor, Aaron Peterson. While the boys got
Okay, so I've watched this many times, and something that I noticed is that like they're not like what I know from the video I watched. In this short, it does not seem like one of them is inaccurate. So Nick and Aaron were not friends ever in the game.
along well, Aaron's father Theodore really creeped Nikki out. After Theodore's wife Diane died in a car crash and Aaron's sister Maya went missing,
She didn't go missing. She got pushed off the roof by Aaron, which is why the neighbor locked him up to avoid further accidents. So basically, he was kind of just lashing out at his sister after the accident. And before everybody was really close. And the sister and the brother would have like playtime, and then after the accident, those playtimes became more and more like demented until the day she died.
Aaron told Nikki to stop seeing him. Distraught,
Oh yeah, and then the person like the grave in his backyard is of the girl, which I don't know why there isn't a grave for the mother as well. And something that is really weird is that in one of the games when Nick is going like almost reaching the basement, you can hear like a mother, like I think she's crying or something, and something about children. Like I think maybe it's like it sounded like children were also down there. I don't know. And then at the beginning of one of the games, apparently there's like a scene or something where like I can't remember what I learned in the lore video.
Nikki decided
And
to investigate
my bad. I'm a really bad recapper, so sorry guys.
Aaron's house and get to the bottom of what had been going on. Unfortunately, he ended up getting locked in the basement along with Aaron after Theodore
Okay, yeah, that's actually a true one.
figured out what he was up to. 2 long months went by, and with his sanity hanging by a thread, Nikki narrowly managed to escape Mr. Peterson's clutches.
So in the video I watched, I was also told it was like 2 months. So I don't know how you know that fact, but someone's getting something wrong. The
18 years
details.
later, Nikki got evicted from his apartment. Deciding to deal with his demons once and for all, Nikki traveled back to Ravenbrooks and entered his old house. After falling asleep, he faced off against the giant Mr. Peterson and finally locked him in a tiny room. Nikki then woke up and, with newfound resolve, decided to rebuild his house and get his life together. Like and subscribe for more.
Okay, I don't think that's an actual like. I don't think that video should be a part of the lore. It's very confusing, and one of the other games contradicts this one. So in a game like there's a game where you're in a museum trying to find out like what's going on. I don't think we got introduced to who the character we were playing as was, unlike when we were playing as Nick. We knew who he was. And then we got to see Aaron and he was just a kid. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that is a part of the lore unless there's something kind of like interchangeable happening here, which I think there is. I think the house has some kind of like properties to change itself and maybe how others view it as well or something. Because the changes that go on in the house, first of all, it shouldn't be possible. Ain't no way the neighbor is just like some super like builder. I don't know. Maybe he's secretly just Bob the Builder. Oh my god. Imagine his real name is Bob. I need to look that up. Like what's his actual name? Or even if he is named. Anyway, so what was I saying? Okay, so there's some theories that Matt had about the neighbor being the devil, having a contract with the devil, like he sold his soul, and the one that I think is actually the case is that he's just in a cult, a bird inspired, like the Ravens. Like it's literally called Ravenbrook. Yeah, he's in a cult, and maybe he's literally just keeping his son locked up because he's gonna use him for some like cult thing later on, or maybe he's doing it to like maybe resurrect his wife or something like that, wife and daughter. I don't know what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think the house is alive? Because I definitely think it is. Because he has to otherwise be having someone helping him constantly do the insane things that is being done to his house. But anyway, so this, when I said that, so this game right here, the second game, when he's all older, it also seems a little bit more fantasy than in his first game. So yeah, that's also I think like it's just really weird. Like this one right here, this game is about like confronting your traumas and everything and trying to heal from them. And then we found out the neighbor is just as trapped in this house as what was his name? Aaron? Aaron? No, Nick is I don't know how Nick is the neighbor is just as trapped as Nick with his trauma from being in the house also long ago. Which makes me think like that if the house is alive, maybe that's why he's staying there for so long, cuz he's trapped and he literally either cannot leave or maybe he's not leaving because he's trying to protect people from like going like moving into the house. He also could have his son locked up maybe because he doesn't want him to gain friends because the house made him like push his sister over the edge, you know? Like somehow some way. And then he doesn't want anybody to get hurt. But something very suspicious, there's a whole lot of missing kids, so who knows? Is he part of their disappearance? Is he not? I know many people were like rooting for the neighbor at first, saying like, is he really the villain or is he the victim of literally people just walk like somebody walking straight up into his house? Because that's just like really weird, and I guess I didn't see a whole lot of evidence at first that the neighbor was evil, and then the critter like confirmed that he was indeed the villain of the story. Anyways, guys, that's the lore. Thank you so much. Let me know. Like, I think I'm gonna do the whole series of Ravenbrook, and if you guys, no, y'all wouldn't know this, but I try to like post at least 20 like equaling 20-minute videos. So let's say like I do a well, this is gonna be a 10-minute video. Right now it's at 9 minutes. If the total amount of minutes I post a video, so if I do 110, then I have to do another 10-minute video. I try to stick to that so that they both equal up to 20 minutes of like content. So that's why you'll see me sometimes post like multiple videos because it didn't reach 20 minutes. Anyways, bye guys!